Welcome to Marshal Matters, your podcast for all things motorsports from the trackside. With Sean and Taylor, your friendly local marshals. You know, this is my favorite time of the year for motorsports, but it is my least favorite time of year for the weather.
Yeah, because it flip-flops.
Yes, it's just hot one day, or it's like hot one week, cold the next. Like, we're in fake spring right now, or false spring, where like it's beautiful out. It's like golf weather, honestly. It's fantastic. It makes you excited for the track. And then I just know in a week or time it's gonna get cold again and snow. And like,
Yeah,
just make up your mind.
there's really most people think that there are 4 seasons in a year.
There's like 9.
But oh yeah, there's absolutely 9. There's winter, then there's fake spring, second winter, maybe it's spring,
Summer,
the last ditch effort of winter.
summer, and then you have like, you know, the devil's asshole month of summer where it's just the most hot ever.
Yeah.
But like this time of year, to me, it's the Ferrari of weather. You know, it is make a decision, figure out what you want to do, and do it, and yet it never does. I'm sorry, shouldn't this be your favorite time of year then? The Ferrari of weather?
No, it's not my favorite time of year. This is why I have trust issues.
Honestly, you should probably go to therapy for the amount of times Ferrari has, you know, damaged your psyche.
Yeah, I'll send my therapy bill to Ferrari at Maranello.
That would actually be a good idea. But besides the crappy, or actually, again, it's great weather. Besides the great weather, it's just going to be crappy. We also had a bunch of races this weekend to talk about, and a whole bunch of stuff in the world of motorsports to get through. Welcome to Marshal Matters. What race do you want to start with? What was your favorite race of the weekend?
My favorite race of the weekend, which I probably watched the most of, was Indycar.
You know what? That actually is not a horrible take. The IndyCar race was an absolute banger at Phoenix. I hope they go back to Phoenix now. Like,
yeah,
Phoenix
it
needs
was
to be the IndyCar
fantastic.
Calendar. Yeah.
I will say though,
Go ahead.
my favorite part of IndyCar, like the race at Phoenix, was that Palou DNF that race.
Oh, suddenly, I was going to say, like, for you have to be happy Palou DNF'd, but also that Newgarden won, so I feel like it's you win some, you lose some for you, because I know you hate Newgarden.
Yeah, I mean, not a huge fan, but also, like, it's more so that I'm just not a fan of Penske overall.
It's
less about Newgarden.
Weekend.
Yeah, it's less about Newgarden and more about, like, Penske. So, also not happy with the NASCAR result, which...
Listen, I was... Let's start with the IndyCar quickly. Very good race. I enjoyed it a lot. Honestly, I bet beforehand, and I was rooting for Christian Rasmussen. He was having a hell of a drive. Him on short ovals is fucking amazing. He is one of the short oval kings of IndyCar right now.
King. I love that.
Yeah. So the fact that Will Power took him out as they were fighting for the lead and ruined both their chances, honestly, was such a gut punch. I'm like, no. And you could see it in his face after the race. He was just dejected.
Yeah.
So that was rough.
I will say...
Go ahead. Continue.
No, you can go ahead. You can continue your that was rough.
I thought it was rough. I was rooting for a non-big guy to win this race. Like, again, not a Penske, not Andretti. I was loving to see, Rasmussen up there. I was hoping you could maybe at the beginning of the race something for Mick Schumacher could come because he qualified like 4th.
Yeah.
So it, unfortunately, it goes like typical IndyCar. It's like you have hope for a second, and then in the end, it's the big guys, Penske and Newgarden. Which again, why did I doubt? Why? Like I even thought midweek, I'm like, Newgarden's probably going to win this. Why did I ever doubt that?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why we doubted Newgarden. He was going to be there. He was going to get wins. But I also was hoping a little bit more for Mick Schumacher after qualifying in fourth. I thought, but it was a good performance. He did finish the race, so for his like first ever oval, like actually competing on an oval, good for him.
Yeah,
he did better than Grosjean and better than Palou.
That he did, and I think coming out of Phoenix, because there's a lot of good to talk about of that weekend as a whole, and I'll kind of touch on that later. But Alex Palou is not leading the IndyCar Championship for the first time since 2024.
Wow. Hallelujah. What a time. Who would have thought that in 2026, Alex Palou wouldn't be leading at some point, or the whole time in the championship. So maybe, who knows, maybe we'll have a different champion this year.
I mean,
that being said,
he's still fifth.
Yeah.
Though of the non-big teams, your non-Penske, Andretti, Ganassi, McLaren, your next highest guy up there is Marcus Armstrong.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he had a very good race, put in a good performance, came fifth. He's looking strong to start the year. Watch out for Armstrong. I'm going to say top 5 in points end of the year, even though he's my dark horse championship pick. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, the 2 races from Armstrong.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he's looking good. So here's hoping. I think it's going to be a good competitive season.
That's fair. So that, I would say, was our number 1 race of the week. Was that we can agree IndyCar was the number 1 race for ourselves. Number 2 race of the week, I think we want to say F1.
I would say F1, yeah. Like, it was an interesting race. To be honest, did not watch it fully.
It was
too early in the morning.
I don't blame you. I think of all of us watching and being in the group chat, I think I'm the only person that saw the checkered flag. It's okay. I've had recent experiences of staying up late for racing. It's okay. It's now fine for me to do. Bring on China and the 2 a.m. start.
Oh my gosh, 2 a.m. That's just, it's criminal. Any time that like a European F1
3 a.m.
fan.
3 a.m. My bad.
Oh my gosh. Like anytime a European F1 fan complains about a race start time, I'm like, no. North American F1 fans have always had it so much worse.
God, I am not looking forward to that this weekend. Just looking at that timing now. Ugh.
It's 3 a.m. Sunday morning. I will set my alarm and hope that I don't fall asleep 3 times during this race.
I'm going to a TFC game Sunday afternoon, so God damn, I'm gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, I will say the NASCAR race, I'm not dissing it and putting it third. I actually think that was a fantastic race, but the F1 race I would put as the second most interesting race of the weekend because it's the first one of the season. Like there was a lot of question marks going in here of how will these cars race? What's this generation of F1 going to look like?
Yeah.
And I think after one race, we can say we still don't know.
We still don't know. I think that there were a lot of moments where there were concerns about the cars, like the performance of the cars and the regulations, like the impact of the regulations on performance going forward. And then there were moments where like, okay, maybe this could be exciting and it could work. I think more so than ever, though, the criticism from the paddock, I think, has amplified. It is very clear that drivers do not like these regulations. They don't like the battery deployment. That is basically the like substitute for DRS. Like it's essentially push to pass, right? So,
but it's automatic.
think,
you don't get control over it.
Yeah, which is wild. So I think we're going to see. I think there's going to be like a trade-off. Like there's going to be maybe some good things, but I think we are also going to see some really bad things coming. Apparently, you're only allowed 2 batteries per season, and George Russell is already on his 2nd. So that's interesting.
I did not.
I don't know.
I wonder how many Aston Martin's gone through already. Ugh.
I don't know if they've gone through any, but we'll talk a little bit about Aston Martin later with updates on that whole situation. But
fair.
They did pretty much as thought they were going to do. Like, there weren't any surprises with Aston Martin's performance, which was like, I think they just did enough that they enough that they could.
We'll get to the Aston Martin part. Let's not get ahead of ourselves there. I will say for this race and for the criticisms, I think there is a lot. Like, the idea of a car getting up to speed on the straight and then decelerating because it just runs out of battery and drops 50 kph, that's a problem. You don't like to see that. And I don't think drivers like to see that. They're like, yes, where'd my speed go? That definitely is a problem. Though, if you watch the first bit of the race, the whole Russell and Leclerc battle for the lead where they would literally pass each other multiple times a lap. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think the deployment is definitely an issue. They're going to have to work on that and figure out what they want. I think the cars are actually difficult to drive, as we saw Verstappen crash out of qualifying. When's the last time you said that phrase?
And Q1, not even just like qualifying.
Yeah,
Q1.
Q1 exit. The list of 6 guys in that was elite, which is hilarious. And then Stroll. And then you had Piastri crash on the way to the grid. Like, these cars are not easy.
One more time.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. I was going to switch it to the Alvin and the Chipmunks to catch it and like redo it to keep the flow, and then I just didn't get to it on time. So, what was that last part?
I said
sorry.
Piastri crashed.
Yes, Piastri crashed, and that, like, on the formation lap, that was insane.
Yeah, like, again, I think there's some good in these cars and some bad, and this year it's going to be a work in progress. Does that mean whoever ends up to be the driver champion or constructor champion at the end of the year, do they not deserve that title? Absolutely not. This season is going to be chaotic. There is going to be revisions to, I think, how this formula works. Mm-hmm. But I think at the end of the year, we're going to look back at this and say this was an interesting year.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an interesting year. I think that regardless, it's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be a fight. Like, whoever ends up winning these championships, I think it's going to be like survival of the fittest. Basically, whoever makes it to the end of the F1 season without like blowing up their car, I think they'll probably win. It seems like it's not even a situation where like teams are either on the right or the wrong side of the regulations. It seems like the regulations are on the wrong side of the regulations this time.
Yeah, F1 definitely seemed to jump feet first into this pool of 50% electric. And I think they thought the pool was a lot deeper than it was, and they've broken their ankles.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting going forward to see the revisions that happen, because I'm sure they are coming. The teams are being very vocal about the things that aren't working. The drivers are sure being vocal about what they do and do not like. Most of it is what they do not like. I know Max is, he's a very, very vocal person in the paddock right now.
Oh, this is going to be his last season. I'm going to guarantee this is his last season.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's more Verstappen news coming a little bit later in the pod, but
yeah, we'll talk about his announcement today or yesterday.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a bit, but yeah, I think Max is pretty much done. Apparently, it doesn't impact his motivation, as Mekis came out and said, because I think a lot of people are speculating on whether or not Max is going to be like putting his full effort into this season. But I also don't think that Max is that type of competitor. Like, I think he puts his all into whatever racing he's in at the time, because he just loves to race. So I don't think it's going to be a season of him like not really caring about the result. Like, that's just not an F1 competitor.
Yep.
Anyway, China is this weekend.
Yeah, again, I'm curious to see what comes out of China. Not expecting too much in terms of the race, but I'm more curious off track if they come to any kind of agreements, or if they're like, hey, after Australia and China, we notice this here is an issue. And again, obviously there's going to be tweaks and stuff as the season goes on.
Yeah, for sure. Is that it with F1? Do you want to talk a little bit about NASCAR? And
yeah, again, you mentioned earlier of Penske winning because Ryan Blaney and his glorious mustache won at Phoenix also. So we had a Penske sweep of the weekend, which was nice for Penske because apparently there's a Penske museum in Phoenix.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, and they did a whole thing during like in the run up to the week of like honoring Penske and like all his motorsport stuff. So I just thought it was kind of cool that he actually did end up winning.
I mean, I guess that's kind of cool, but also boo Penske.
Yeah. Boo Penske, yeah. He's in terms of motorsports, Penske is a great guy for motorsports, and you know,
is he though?
A lot of the people that have been great for motorsports get hated in motorsports. So
okay, well, I think Penske is hated just for being tied to the wrong people, and also
no, he's hated for cheating, for dominating IndyCar forever, and so much other shit, owning tracks. There's a lot of reason to hate Penske. Penske's also been great for motorsports as a whole, but
I mean, good and bad. There's trade-offs, but
exactly.
Anyway,
I can go through a whole list of great things Penske did for IndyCar and NASCAR over the years, but that's
and we can also go through the list of the bad things that Penske has done for IndyCar and NASCAR over the years.
Exactly. But Penske wins.
Anyway.
The NASCAR race was also very entertaining. This was the first race where I think it was like they added with the 750 horsepower package in the car because they have the power. Tire wear was an issue. There was passing all over the place. A big thing of this race was apparently the traditional braking zones of Phoenix were changed because of the higher horsepower. Who would have thought? Therefore, guys had to drive differently, try to save, try to go hard, a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of mixed strategy, a lot of kind of coming and going. Very entertaining NASCAR race. Again, I don't want to shit on NASCAR by saying it's the third race of the weekend. All the races this weekend were great in their own way.
Yeah, agreed. It was a really good race weekend.
It was. But they just came last in the totem pole of importance, I would say, because NASCAR at Phoenix, that's a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it was very good, I think, for Blaney to win. we finally did not get a Tyler Reddick win.
I mean, he already made history with his 3 in a row win. A 4th one would have been crazy, but he was still up there. Like, he was in top 10.
Yeah, and for Blaney to win was actually really good because the other, both other Penske cars got wrecked. So he was like literally the only surviving Ford in like the top 15 or something like that, or maybe there was like a couple others.
The last man standing.
Yeah, because it was like Blaney, Bell, Larson, Gibbs, Hamlin, Bubba, Byron, Reddick. He was the only Ford left, basically, at the end. Your next best Ford was Todd Gilliland, and I don't think he's fighting for the win.
Probably not. No.
Yeah. So, good races all around, and I think we should then take this positivity and talk about our flags, because I see you have no green flags for positivity this weekend. So I'm going to go first.
Okay, you go first.
My green flag of the weekend goes to Phoenix and the IndyCar, NASCAR crossover event. I think it was a massive success. I think it was great to see both guys or both series putting on different shows.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I saw a lot of the NASCAR guys talking about was how much quieter they were, like the IndyCars were, and they were surprised at that compared to how loud NASCAR is.
Yeah.
But my God, was IndyCar so much faster around Phoenix. I think it was like 5 seconds a lap faster.
Wow.
Oh, they are flying.
Like...
They have so much grip.
Yeah. True.
And the IndyCar race was entertaining. NASCAR race was entertaining. I think anyone that went to both events had a very good time. It was fun to see the crossover from the personalities from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had, who was it on? Was it Logano who jumped in and the commentating for the IndyCar race? And then you had a bunch of like the Penske guys hop in during the NASCAR feed as like giving their feedback. You had Hinch and Buxton in there at one point in the commentators. Again, a whole lot of just crossover. And it, as a fan of both series, it was really nice to kind of see everyone getting along.
Yeah.
Like it really, really feels like the ill will of the two series, which there used to be a lot of back in the day, is gone.
That's good.
Everyone wants to work together to grow motorsports, and that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, green flag and positivity is going to the Phoenix doubleheader this weekend. I want to see more. I want to see that again next year, to be honest. That'd be a good event, and Phoenix would be a great track for that. Oh,
love that.
And IndyCar got a 1.247 million viewers for Phoenix.
Wow, that is amazing.
Great for IndyCar. And if that doubleheader helps them, great. So it's up. Last year's second race was 639,000. So it's almost doubled.
Wow. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah. So it's like one of the best Saturday races. Yeah, one of the best Saturday races for IndyCar.
Yeah.
So you'll love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get more momentum going into Arlington this weekend. So.
True, yeah.
Good for them. Okay, you can go off with some yellow flags now. I think
I do have a couple of yellow flags. They're both in the world of F1, unsurprisingly. So my first yellow flag goes to the F1 cars. We kind of talked about this a little bit. Maybe they're not that bad, but I'm still not convinced. I still think that there's some issues, so it's very much a yellow flag for the rest of the season. I think we both had this yellow flag a number of times based on what we saw coming out of testing. So this yellow flag still holds true for the first race and going into the second race in China. So we're going to see what happens. My second yellow flag is Ferrari because, oh my goodness, can we please not have another season where we just bungle every race because of strategy calls?
Honestly,
I thought you were supposed to have this done in the off season. You were supposed to get a new strategist. So figure it out.
So let's talk about Ferrari for a second, because they did absolutely screw this race up, right? They had 3 virtual safety cars to try to make a pit stop. Mm-hmm. Didn't pit during any of them. I mean, okay, to be fair, they only had the first virtual safety car to actually make something happen. Mm-hmm. Because you had the first one, which the one Mercedes pit on, which won them the race. The second one, they kind of got screwed by the Bottas car being there in the closing of the pits. Mm-hmm. And then the third one happened so fast, you didn't even have time to react.
Yeah, but they should have, that first one is when they should have pit at least one car and had them on split strategy. Like, this is racing 101. If you wanted to have any chance, that's all I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't hate Ferrari not making the call there, but the issue with Ferrari is they don't make a call unless they have to. They are not ready.
Part of the problem.
Exactly. They're not ready on their feet to make a decision.
No, they have to be nimble in race strategy. Yeah. It has to be flexible. We can't go into a race and just be like the plan. This is why you have a billion plans going into a race, but I feel like they only have 1 or 2, and when both of them go out the window, they are just going to stick to whatever they planned, and it's not going to work. You have to be flexible. Yeah. So they get a yellow flag because it was only the first race of the season, so let's hope that they've learned their lessons, but this is why I have trust issues. I'm mailing them my therapy bill.
Hamilton anyway. Calling them out and saying, like, hey, we at least should do 1. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, agreed. I'm sure that was a discussion in the race debrief.
Well, even afterwards, they when in the radio at the end of the race, when Hamilton's talking to his engineer said, yeah, we were down 15 seconds from George. That was the pit stop. Yeah. So if they don't have a pit stop under green, they are not down 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. Or if Bottas's car fails in any other point of the track except at pit exit or pit entrance, you don't have that happen also. Yeah. So if you have someone crash going, I don't know, out of a corner and just hit the wall, like, I don't know, even at slow speed, like maybe go into the grid or something, I don't know. You can also have a safety car. And again, we're talking about a whole different race.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Anyway, you want to go with your yellow flag before we do black flags?
Yeah, my yellow flag is Mercedes. I'm on the other side of this coin here, where I'm actually kind of worried Mercedes is more dominant than we give them credit for.
Okay.
When it came to qualifying and they were 0.8 up. Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. Mm-hmm. And then the race, yes, they didn't stretch their legs enough. We don't know if there was a radio call telling them to back it off. Yeah. You know, it's what I feel from Mercedes from that race was the scene from The Incredibles where Dash is running his race and they're trying to say, like, keep it close, keep it close. That's what I feel like Mercedes is thinking that race. Like, if they really show that they are that dominant, like, 0.8 a lap dominant, then that's a problem that needs to get fixed. And people will go after their engine for whatever cheat mode they have or whatever people say now. So yeah. I'm worried Mercedes is better than they looked, and they looked great. Yeah. So, yellow flag Mercedes.
No. We will see. We will see.
And then I guess I'll go for my black flag to finish off. Oscar Piastri, how the fuck your home race and you wreck it? Not even on the formation lap, on the lap to go to the grid, to like your what's it called? I can't.
Sighting lap.
Yes. On your sighting lap, you just wreck. And, like, junk the car. Like, there wasn't even a chance, like, oh, I put it in the wall. Can we maybe, like, fix it? No, you slapped the shit out of that wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of sad Australian fans on Sunday.
A lot of them. I mean, gave Lando a good opportunity to shine, didn't it?
Sorry, I really didn't pay much attention to them. Neither did the cameras too much, where they were just, fighting Max.
So true. Womp womp. Yeah, we'll get to my thoughts about Oscar Piastri in a little bit. I've got a hot lap. Interesting take on this hot lap.
Okay.
For today.
I look forward to hearing that. And what's your black flag then?
Did you see the track map for this awful Freedom 250?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
This is the most doo-doo track map I have ever seen. It's just horrendous.
It's bad.
It's so bad.
Okay, here's
first
my...
off, I wouldn't watch this race anyway.
No, it's fine.
But like,
here's the funny thing.
what?
And also annoys me. So, I'm guessing the flag stand. Like, look at the map. Let's go over it in terms of, I guess, if we're marshalling. Where do we think the zones are and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the flag stand is in the middle of what's it called? Sorry, I clicked off the map. Gotta pull it back up. I'm assuming it's in the middle of turn 7 and 1. Right down the center of the National Mall. That's where the flag stand's gonna be.
I mean, there will be numerous.
Because you got turn 1 there, right? So you got to, and I'm going to guess because, like, the optics of it, the flag stand being right in the center of the National Mall will be where it's going to be.
Possibly, yeah.
So then you got turn 1. Okay. Straight away for the next, I have no idea. 10 seconds? I don't know how to scale this is. It's not that big. It's so small.
It is so small for 250 miles. Indycars.
Yeah.
This is a horrendously small track.
Yeah, the longest straight is 0.4 miles. It's not even half a mile. And
the circuit length is only 1.66 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing?
This is terrible.
This is the most ass doo-doo track map I have ever seen.
There is one right-hand turn.
Stupid.
If I am a marshal working this, I am hoping every single marshal post is on the inside of the track.
I honestly, I would never sign up to marshal this. I doubt any Canadian is going to want to go down to this stupid DC race.
I think it's inherently a dangerous track.
I agree. And honestly, I say good luck getting marshals to marshal this race because I think this is stupid. This whole thing is stupid.
If you look
anyway,
at
that's my black flag.
The entire thing from this whole race is going to be gas, brake, turn, gas, brake, turn, gas, brake, turn. Like
who does it?
It's
who
like left turn, left turn,
drive
left turn.
this?
You don't even have a fucking chicane in there, or like these runoffs have to be massive.
You know they're not going to be. Like, look, DC doesn't have the infrastructure for massive runoffs.
No. Like, turn 3 to me is concerning. You could see a pile up there with nowhere to go. Yeah. And remember Detroit last year? Who was it that had the suspension failure?
Ooh. Great question. I do not remember.
I can't remember either. I'm worried you could see that on like this kind of track if they're going that long, like 250 miles. Or is it 250 miles? Is that actually what it is?
It's the Freedom 250. It's 250 miles.
It's not going to be 250 miles. It's 250 for the 250th anniversary.
Yeah, I know, but that's the whole thing. The Indy 500 is 500 miles, is it not?
Yeah, but that's not always the same thing. For example, like NASCAR this weekend. Here's the funny thing with NASCAR, okay? The NASCAR race this weekend was the Straight Talk Wireless 500.
Yeah, I know.
You know what the 500 was for?
What?
500 kilometers.
Oh my gosh. Louise.
NASCAR, what are you doing? Why is it 500 kilometers? This is America.
Well, so it was the Good Ranchers 250, and it was 250 laps.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. It doesn't always equate.
But was the lap time?
That's what I mean. Like,
How long's the track?
Just because the Washington race is called 250, it's not going to be 250 miles.
Doesn't matter if it's 250 miles. It's 1.66, right? If it's 250 miles, then that's less laps than 250 laps. If they're doing 250 laps, then they're going more miles.
Listen, what they're going to do, it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be maybe 250 kilometers. That's how they're going to get away with it.
Dude.
And then we can laugh at their 250 being in non-freedom units.
This is the most ridiculous shit I have ever seen. This is so stupid. Why are we doing this? What are we doing?
Because
is DC even going to be around? We don't even know.
I mean, given how the world's going, good point, but
I was going to make such a bad comment, but
listen, if you want the true comment and the truth is in 2026, the current US government has a 20% chance of invading your country on a weekend.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. If I was an IndyCar driver, I'd be saying no thank you to the Freedom 250.
Yeah, well, the federal government's paying for it because they have apparently endless money.
Great use of tax dollars.
As an IndyCar fan, I will not complain the series gets some money. The series always needs money. But listen.
Blood money.
Yeah, but also I was a fan of I'm like, damn, I kind of wish they had tobacco sponsors back. Am I that bad also? A little.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I can't,
terrible track map.
I can't judge too much. The track is garbage. This is something they threw together in 10 minutes in MS Paint.
I think that they just dropped an elastic and went, sure. Or they used one of those pegboards that we all used in elementary school to draw triangles and went, this looks good. Actually, you know what? Trump was probably doing that in the Oval Office. The elastic bands, because that's exactly what this looks like.
I was going to say Sharpie on the roads. Big Sharpies tracing out where he wants the cars to go around.
Anyway, I am so mad at this. I hate this. I will not be watching that race. I do not care. I refuse.
The pit is just bizarre to me too.
The whole thing is bizarre.
Yeah. I can go off on it and really criticize it. I'm not going to until I see
a pit lane in a corner.
That's what I mean. That's how do you get into the pits? What if you don't is there going to be a wall mid-corner?
I guess. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I can't with it.
Listen,
but anyway.
it's either going to be a wall at the end of the corner or mid-corner. It's going to be a wall post-corner, or it's going to be a wall right before the corner at the end of a high-speed straight in a heavy braking zone. Terrible. Anyway,
It's just any way you slice it, it is terrible.
I am awaiting the chaos.
Okay. Anyway,
you have a conspiracy theory. Lap. Yeah, I want your hot take conspiracy theory. Give us your hot lap.
I'm calling this Taylor's tinfoil hat segment. It is a sub-segment to the hot laps, but my conspiracy theory is that McLaren is already sabotaging Oscar Piastri, and they did something to his car that made him lose control on the sighting lap, and is teaching him a lesson. This is my conspiracy theory.
Listen, I want to go off, and my first thought is like, well, why would they? Then I'm like, well, he did out-qualify Lando. He was looking faster than Lando.
All I'm saying is it's already starting, dude. This whole papaya rules. Lando Norris is better. Like, at the minute that Oscar Piastri shows that he's a better driver than Lando, something weird happens to Oscar. Just saying, man. The pieces connected last season. Like, we saw it when they got disqualified. Like, Oscar's setup is wildly different than Lando's going into the races. So, just saying. Something weird's going on. Oscar, I would run if I were you. I think there's sabotage. And that is my tinfoil hat moment of the week.
Okay. I'll give you that. Because, yeah, I want to say you're crazy, but also maybe not. You know, it would be a thing McLaren would do.
I'm just saying, we had proof last season. There was proof. Correlation, or is it causation? We will see.
Yeah, it's just, nerves in your home country. I don't know. Or is this Zach Brown behind his desk? This is going to fuck with him. I gotta put that Australian kid in his place. Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, that's my hot lap of the week.
That's fair. Okay, so I guess we can go on to some news of the week.
Yes, we did have some stuff come out.
I think
let's talk Aston Martin.
Yes, that's exactly where I wanted to go.
This situation now, wow. We are learning a lot more, because I think it was Newey in a press conference that he made this comment about the Honda program having changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Lawrence Stroll and Adrian Newey are very unhappy because they feel like they were sold a different program when they signed the deal. And then Honda changed everybody to new people. So they thought that they were going to be working with the same Honda team that powered the Red Bull for a number of years. So that makes sense. Of course he would sign that deal. The Honda power unit for Red Bull was fantastic. So for Honda to change all of the engineers, so there's some suspicions.
So what happened was, apparently, based on what was said, was that Honda, the team working on this current Honda F1 project, only consists of 30% of the personnel that were on the previous one. So 70% new people. And they were apparently also possibly giving Aston Martin false ideas of how far along they were as they were going through all this. And it wasn't until I think it was November, Aston Martin finally showed up to Honda. And they are not where they thought they were. So apparently Aston Martin's pissed off at this.
Well, yeah, because apparently it could cause nerve damage.
No, that's the vibration in the car. That's different.
No, but I thought that the vibration in the car was being caused by the engine and like how the engine is interacting with the car.
Yeah, it's like how the engine's working with the chassis. It's a whole lot of stuff. Listen, they're damaged enough to be driving that car. Let's not blame the engine too much. But on the flip,
but we absolutely should.
We should. I think the more shocking thing with this whole Aston Martin buffoonery of an engine, let's say, is Aston Martin going public with this a week before the race. Genius.
Yeah.
Because it's not their reputation at stake.
No, it's not.
It isn't. So who's going to bust their ass and drop millions of dollars to look good now? Honda. If you don't, it's an embarrassment for the entire company. And I'm pretty sure Japanese work culture does not really do well with being embarrassed. So basically what I'm saying is Aston Martin has basically told Honda get their shit together, figure it out, fix this, or go seppuku, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I think heads are going to roll.
Stomach's going to slice. So it is definitely an interesting, I guess, situation they're in. And we saw it in this race where the Aston Martins, the rumor going into this weekend was that they were not even going to like race a lap. They were going to take the formation lap and park the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't. They actually got in some good running. Probably more running than they've had all preseason testing.
Yeah.
Stroll actually technically finished the race.
Yeah, technically he did.
He wasn't classified because he went into pits and they had to fix something on the car before sending it back out, so he was a certain amount of laps down, but he was still on track. Same with Alonso. Alonso pit, they did something to the car, sent him back out. So for a data gathering for Aston Martin, it was actually, I think, a very successful weekend for them. Considering expectation beforehand was they're not even going to get a lap in, or that they were going to do the minimal laps in everything. So I think that's a positive, and I just think they need to tell Honda to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to figure something out.
But on the flip side,
I don't know how.
What was it? For other engine things, apparently McLaren's pissed off at Mercedes because Mercedes isn't sharing all the data with their engines.
Oh, here we go.
So McLaren's like, well, why can't we know? Like, they're just basically figuring it out as they go. And Mercedes is keeping everything close to the vest because I think they are threatened by McLaren.
Absolutely. That's funny, though. Boy, it's going to be a chaotic time. It's just going to be a chaotic time.
This year's going to be really fun for off-track shenanigans.
Yeah. Okay. So, Verstappen. Did you see his announcement this week?
How he is doing the 24 hours in Nürburgring?
Yep. He's officially doing it. I think this is like, we all know that Max Verstappen is going to move to endurance racing after F1. So I really love this for him. It's been something that he's like been interested in for a very long time. I think it wouldn't be a surprise if we see him at Le Mans in the next few years. So this was like, I know that like, we've been talking about this, like people have been talking about this for quite a long time. Verstappen's been talking about doing this for a long time. So it's good to see that he's actually gonna do it. He's gonna make a go at the 24-hour at the Nürburgring.
And a Mercedes also.
Which is interesting.
So it is. It's a Red Bull Mercedes. That's a weird combination. So I think it's good. I think it's very much Max putting a toe out the door of F1. Mm-hmm. And I think if his F1 season does not go well, or if he is not enjoying it, I think, yes, he may just leave. And I could see his future actually being he owns his own endurance team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, again, who's not going to sponsor you? You're fucking Max Verstappen. But, yeah, he is doing 24 hours in Nürburgring, which is an event he wants to do. He enjoys that. He did the Nürburgring last year. I can't remember which event that was.
I can't. Yeah, I can't remember.
So, yeah,
Nordschleife or something.
Maybe, I have no idea. But yeah, Max maybe making some plans for the future.
Maybe. I think he'd be great in endurance racing. So, wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if he ends up leaving F1 after this season to do endurance racing.
If Max does endurance racing like full time, I want him to be like streamer Max all the time.
Oh, that would be so good.
Like just there for fun. Like not even because like there's F1 Max who's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Streamer Max is just a bro.
True. I would love that.
Imagine him going to the paddock just not giving a fuck. Just, yeah, this is fun. No pressure.
Oh, so funny. Yeah. Okay, so last little bit of news is that Isaac Hadjar and I think it was Kimmy were overheard on a flight talking about the cancellations of Bahrain and Saudi Arabia.
This is total speculation territory. There is not really like anyone saying this is true or confirmed. This is based on hearsay. So I don't want to say this is news. I will say this is rumor.
The news is that somebody overheard, potentially.
But on the flip side, yes, it would make sense if this was to happen.
Yes. And apparently the accompanying rumor is that if indeed Bahrain and Saudi Arabia are canceled, that F1 would not be replacing these races. So essentially we'd be looking at another like almost month-long break in between races.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good idea. I mean, with everything going on right now in that part of the world,
I mean, like the pre-race flyover would be crazy. Just have like an F-16 shooting down a drone over the race. Anyway, that happened. That happened over a beach. It was nuts. How are you chilling at a beach anyway? Fucking not going to those races. But if Bahrain and Saudi are canceled, and they aren't replaced, they're just done. I think that's good for F1. I think on this season with the new regs, if they have to, pull some races, and that helps the engine manufacturers, it helps the teams kind of get their shit together. Like if we said, like if there is an issue with batteries at all, and then also if there's a month break, maybe Aston Martin can figure this shit out in that time and be better. So I am all for this month-long break.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what's gonna happen, but yeah, nothing's official yet, but I thought that was just an interesting like rumor flying around that Hadjar and Antonelli were overheard on a plane. So we'll see what happens, but I'm sure that decision is probably coming sooner than later.
That's fair.
Anyway, that's all I've got.
Yeah, I was going to ask you something. This is,
sure,
I guess, kind of unrelated, but also kind of related. Looking at our marshalling stuff, because I saw an email this week for like a Porsche weekend. What is that?
Oh, it's like a track day weekend. So Porsche will do like they'll rent the track for like a weekend, and they'll do like just Porsche testing, or people with Porsches can like show up. It's like a club.
Okay.
Porsche Club I think it's Porsche Club of Toronto, maybe. But it's basically like members of this group can show up with their car and race the track. I think they pay a lot of money. I don't know. But it's like a paid track, and they're paid days for the marshals who do them.
Okay, fair enough. I'm actually looking just at our schedule and stuff. The track seems really busy this year.
Yeah, it's always pretty busy, but like the new owners also want to make it like a year-round track, so that's going to be interesting. But it's going to be a busy season as per usual.
Yep. Anyway, looking forward to that. We get to start that soon enough. Can't come soon enough though, because I want to get out there.
No, soon. The weather's saying soon.
I know. Anyway, that's all we got for this week. We'll be back next week. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for listening to Marshal Matters. If you enjoyed the show, remember to leave a rating and a comment, and also follow so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in motorsports, the easiest way to do so is by marshalling at your local track. Join our cult.